set up on the bottom.
I wish I was making that kind of money at 18.
Okay, everybody, welcome once again. We're back. It is Wednesday, December 20th. It is 7:17 p.m. I'd like to call this Town Board organizational meeting to order by asking everybody to please rise and say a pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any public comments or questions on agenda items only? Seeing nobody approaching the podium, I'll move on. Town Board liaison assignments. This is for each one of the board members. Supervisor Richard Gino will be all departments, all municipal functions, all boards and committees, all town organizations, JHK Hose Company, Northern Dutchess Paramedic Ambulance Service, and all elected and appointed officials. I will be asking Councilman Jay Murphy to be my deputy supervisor later on in the meeting. Departments, Recreation Commission, Planning and Zoning, Building with Supervisor, Municipal Function, the A Fund, Community Organizations, Dover Day with Rec Department, J.H. Ketchum Park, and Boyce Park with Councilman Maluta. Elected officials, all elected officials along with myself, the supervisor. All parks and town property improvements and comprehensive plans. Councilman Jan Maluta, Departments, Highway with Councilman Holmes, Constables and Dog Control Officer. Municipal Function, the D Fund with Councilman Holmes. Community Organizations, the American Legion, the VFW, the Seniors Program with Julie and Recreation staff, and Cleanup Day with myself, supervisor. Elected officials, Highway Superintendent with Councilman Holmes. Councilwoman Susan Jackson, Departments, the Assessor's Office, Media with Town Clerk, IT with the Supervisor's Office and Town Clerk. Municipal Function, the A Fund, Community Organizations, Dover Union Free School District, the School Board, Dover Library, and Town Cleanup Day with the Supervisor and Councilman Maluta. Elected officials, Tax Collector, Town Clerk with Deputy Supervisor Murphy. Councilman Holmes, Departments, Highway Department with Councilman Maluta, Stone Church with Councilman Maluta and the Trails Committee Chairman. Municipal Function, the D Fund with Councilman Maluta. Community Events, Dover Day, Town Cleanup Day with Deputy Supervisor Murphy and Supervisor Yino and the Rec Department. The Supervisor and the Town Clerk will serve as liaisons to the Harlem Valley Appalachian Trail Community and the Conservation Advisory Council. With these assignments, I will request a short report each month at our regular meetings, if available. The Highway Superintendent and Recreation Director will also be asked for a monthly report. In the absence of the Highway Superintendent or the Rec Director, the assigned board member will be asked to present a report. The Building Department will also be asked to present the report on the month's activity. That last statement is something that I'd like to bring back. I'll be talking with our building inspector and head of the Building Department, Don Anderson, about that, just to show what happens throughout the month. People do ask, so if he can prepare one, we'll read it. If he's unable to prepare one, we'll wait to the following. Resolutions. Authorized positions and appointments of the Town Supervisor, Town Highway Superintendent, and Town Clerk. Whereas the 2024 Town of Dover adopted budget contains the positions of Deputy Supervisor and Confidential Secretary for 2023. Now therefore, should that be 2024?
Yeah.
Yep. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby authorizes the positions of Deputy Supervisor and Confidential Secretary in the Town of Dover for 2024. Deputy Supervisor shall be Jay Murphy. Confidential Secretary shall be Lizette Martinez. The Budget Officer shall be myself, Richard Yino. The Town Historian shall be Valerie LaRobadier. The Town Clerk, Katie Palmer-House, appoints Bonnie Franks as Deputy Town Clerk. Highway Superintendent Jason Sartori appoints Teresa Jacopino as Assistant to Highway Superintendent. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Maluta, seconded by Jackson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried, one absent. Just a brief statement after that appointment for historian. I can't say thank you enough to Carolyn Reichenberg, who has served as historian, or one of our two historians, for decades,
Long time.
20-plus years,
After town clerk for 12 years as a historian.
12 years? Okay, 12 years. Unfortunately, there's a situation right now where we couldn't reappoint her. And with the advisory of the Board of Directors and the Historical Society, we reached out and we asked them, because it is their organization, and I would ask them their opinion on who they would like to have appointed, and they selected to reappoint Valerie LaRobediere. Okay? But I got to thank Carolyn Reichenberg. I wish her well. I wish her the best, and God bless her, and thank you for everything that she's done for this town. Okay? Appoint Town of Dover consultants for 2024. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby names the following Town of Dover consultants for 2024. Joseph Berger, P.E., Town Engineer. Thomas J. Jacobellis, Esquire, and Hogan and Rossi, Town Council. AKRF Incorporated, our Town Planner. And RBT CPAs, LLP, Town Accountants. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by House, seconded by Maluta. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried, one absent. Authorize necessary town officials for 2024. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby appoints the following necessary Town of Dover officials for 2024. Account Clerk, Tracy Anderson. Assessor's Clerk, Carolyn Lasher. Budget Assistant, Nicole Scaramuzzo. Building Inspector, Don Anderson. Building Secretary, Tammy Burns. Claims Clerk, Bonnie Franks. Code Enforcement Officer, Paul Johnston. Constables, Jason Robert Dean. Susan Fundaro. Brandon Gonzalez. Dwayne Jackson. Brett Johnson. Francis Lansing. Justin Romeo. Steve Wodroska. Deputy Registrar of Vital Statistics, Tracy Anderson. Dog Control Officer, Brett Johnson. DTV Clerk, Natalia Orta. Justice Court Clerks, Helen Abrams. Purchasing Clerk, Lizette Martinez. Records Management Officer, Catherine Palmer House. Recreation Assistant, Dodie Grispin. Recreation Secretary, Paula Holmes. Recreation Activity Specialist, Julie Muncie. Registrar of Vital Statistics, Bonnie Franks. Secretary to the Planning Board, Marilyn Van Millen. Secretary to the Zoning Board of Appeals, Marilyn Van Millen. Zoning Administrator, Don Anderson. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Maluta, seconded by Jackson. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Appoint board and committee chairpersons and members for 2024. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby reappoints Ryan Corteen as chairperson of the Town of Dover Planning Board for 2024. Be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby reappoints Deborah Kaufman as chairperson of the Town of Dover Zoning Board of Appeals for 2024. And be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby appoints Kevin Katowski as chairperson of the Town of Dover Recreation Commission for 2024. And be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby appoints Evan Van Hook, chairperson of the Town of Dover Conservation Advisory Council for 2024. And be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby reappoints the following individuals to the following town boards. Michael Villano to the Town of Dover Planning Board with a term expiring December 31st, 2030. And Evan Van Hook, Deborah Kaufman, Gregory Mendenhall, Janet Pickering, Tamar Roman, and Richard Gino as members of the Conservation Advisory Council and the Town of Dover Climate Smart Dover Task Force for 2024. And Katie Palmer House, Richard Gino, Bonnie Franks, and Marilyn Van Millen to the Town of Dover Records Advisory Board for 2024. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by House, seconded by Maluta. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried. One absent. Authorize town supervisor and council persons for the year of 2024. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Dover does hereby authorize the town supervisor to execute the Dover Plains Library referendum in the amount of $275,000, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Dover does hereby authorize the town supervisor to purchase a $250,000 blanket bond for the purpose of covering all employees who collect money, including the town clerk, the bookkeeper, and the town justices. And be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Dover does hereby authorize the town supervisor to purchase a $500,000 blanket bond for the purpose of covering the tax collector. And be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Dover does hereby authorize the town supervisor to pay in advance of audit specified bills and contracts, including principal and interest on bond anticipation notes, town ambulance EMS contract, gas, water, fuel, electric, telephone, postage, and payments not requiring prior audit but under review, employee payroll deduction payments, planning and zoning board members' contractual payments and disbursements of amounts withheld from employees' pay. And be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Dover does hereby authorize the town supervisor to sign bank checks when necessary for all town business, to authorize Deputy Supervisor Jay Murphy to sign bank checks when necessary in the absence of the supervisor, to authorize Councilman Maluta to sign bank checks when necessary in the absence of the supervisor and Deputy Supervisor Murphy, to authorize Councilwoman Jackson to sign bank checks when necessary in the absence of the supervisor, Deputy Supervisor Murphy, Councilman Maluta, and to authorize Councilman Holmes to sign bank checks when necessary in the absence of the supervisor, Deputy Supervisor Murphy, Councilman Maluta, Councilman Jackson for the year of 2024. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Jackson, seconded by Maluta. Discussion. Just so you know, Tom, that's what we basically call, and no disrespect, the pecking order. It goes from the supervisor down, and in our absences, each one, you're it, okay? So that's how that works, all right, just so you know, okay? And other than that, any other discussion?
I just think there's a typo that could be corrected in paragraph 1 about the, I think it's the contract rather than referendum.
Yeah, library contract.
The Dover Plains Library referendum, it should be contract?
Yeah,
We didn't go to a vote for that.
Yeah.
It wasn't
The
a-
contract.
The contract, okay.
So, we'll fix it.
I've got a motion and a second. There's the motion and a second okay with the change?
Yes.
Seeing that they're okay with the change and no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried, one absent. Set town emergency interim successors. Be it resolved that in the event that Supervisor Richard Yeno is unavailable to sign necessary documents or act on behalf of the town, then Deputy Supervisor James Murphy is hereby authorized to sign or act on behalf of the town. And be it further resolved, if Supervisor Yeno and Deputy Supervisor Murphy are unavailable to sign the act on behalf of the town, then Councilman Jan Maluta is authorized to sign and act on behalf of the town of Dover. Be it further resolved that Supervisor Yeno, Deputy Supervisor Murphy, and Councilman Maluta are unavailable to sign or act on the behalf of the town, then Councilwoman Susan Jackson is authorized to sign and act on behalf of the town of Dover. And be it further resolved, if Supervisor Yeno, Deputy Supervisor Murphy, Councilman Maluta, and Councilwoman Jackson are unavailable to sign or act on behalf of the town, then Councilman Holmes is authorized to sign and act on behalf of the town of Dover. Same concept, Tom. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Brought by
Second.
House, seconded by
Second.
Maluta. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried. Set town schedules and procedures. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby sets the Town Board meeting schedule for the last Wednesday of the month at 6:30 PM at Town Hall, 126 Duncan Hill Road, Dover Plains, New York, and be it further resolved that meetings by the Town Board of the Town of Dover shall follow modified Roberts Rules of Order, including consideration and vote on items presented on consent agenda, and be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover does hereby authorize the salary payment schedule to be every 2 weeks, and be it further resolved, purchase orders are due every Friday by noon, and be it further resolved, petty cash shall be limited to $250, and be it further resolved, the official depositories of the Town of Dover shall be M&T Bank. Should we change that name? NBT? And NBT Bank in Dover. Be it further resolved, the holiday schedule for the Town of Dover shall be according to the Teamster contract for the year of 2024. Be it resolved, the salaries and wages for the elected officials shall be as per the adopted town budget for 2024. And be it further resolved, the salaries and wages for the non-member of local IBT number 456 shall be as per the adopted town budget for 2024. And be it further resolved, the salaries and wages of the members of Local 456 shall be as per the town's collective bargaining agreement for the year of 2024. Be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby sets the mileage reimbursement for 2024 in the Town of Dover at 67 cents per mile as set by the Internal Revenue Service. Be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby designates the Poughkeepsie Journal as the official newspaper of the Town of Dover for 2024. And be it further resolved that the Town Clerk of the Town of Dover is hereby authorized to place official publications or notices for the Town of Dover in the official newspaper of the Town of Dover. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Maluda, seconded by Jackson. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried. Schedule a public hearing for 2024 Town of Dover fee schedule. Whereas pursuant to the Town of Dover Town Code, Chapter 73, entitled Fees, authorizes the Town Board of the Town of Dover to set the fees for the Town of Dover, and therefore be it resolved that pursuant to Chapter 73 of the Dover Town Code, the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby directs the Town Clerk of the Town of Dover to publish notifications to give public notice for a public hearing to be held on Wednesday, January 31st, 2024, at 6:30 PM, or as soon thereafter as possible to obtain public comment on the proposed 2024 fee schedule for the Town of Dover. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Jackson, seconded by Maluda. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried, one absent.
Without me here, you guys are gonna have to get quicker than that.
And
Man,
Jake
you
too,
would
you
have
know?
missed that. Yeah, that was my last so moved. I could have
So
got
moved.
that one in. Darn.
At this time, are there any public comments? If you have any comments and/or questions, please approach the podium. Seeing nobody approach the podium, as you heard before, upcoming meetings will be a regular schedule, thank God. Wednesday, January 31st, 2024. But I do have two things to say, and I did forget in the regular meeting, so I'll announce it now. We will be accepting letters of interest from this point on until, got a calendar, January. From tonight, December 20th, until, what's the meeting? First and the fifth, not the first, just the 15th in January? That's a holiday also. 22nd. So I will accept letters of interest for the open seat to finish the term that Roy Thomas Holmes has vacated. I will accept letters of interest until January 17th, close of business hours. That's Wednesday, the 17th. At that time, we will vet the people who are interested. I will discuss it with the chair and the board members. They will have their input, definitely the chair. And at that point in time, when we decide on who we will appoint, and if that person will accept, we will appoint the person at our regular meeting on the 31st of January, so that person can take place and be on that board starting February 1st. Does that sound good, Madam Clerk? I miss anything?
Nope, that sounds great.
I miss anything, Tom?
Nope.
Okay. Marilyn, is that okay? All right, can you get that information to Ryan? I did give him a little piece today of what I was going to do, and forgive me, I did want to say that in the regular meeting, so, but we're all good. And with that, you heard the name Jay Murphy tonight. I have asked Jay Murphy to be my deputy. He has accepted. He is away. He is visiting his son, who is attending and going through the State of Virginia Police Academy. I wish him well. He's doing very well. I wish him the best of luck. Safe trip, Jay, and thank you for accepting. And I thank board members Maluda and Jackson and Andrew House for guiding me in that decision. I think it is the right decision, and we all agreed upon that decision. So I welcome him. He's been here through thick and thin for the last 4 years as well, and we will continue to work hard for everybody. So with that, anybody else? So with that, you've heard our assignments, you've heard our liaisons, you've heard our appointments. I thank each and every one of you. I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and God bless, and a very Happy New Year. Be well, stay safe, and then most of all, stay healthy. And yes, I'll bring it back. We are Dover Strong, and we are one town, and that is the town of Dover. God bless everybody. Good night. Thank you.
Amen. Good night, everybody.
Sorry.
I'm
And
making a
not return
motion
to
we
the
adjourn
dais.
and go into executive session. No.
Motion's been made to go into executive session and not return. I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry, Katie.